What's up, guys? This is Real Estate Podcast, episode 99. Woohoo!
Ooh.
99.
99 bananas. This week we watched Venom. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trev.
Now I'm here with Adam.
And we
Alright,
did
guys.
watch Venom. I don't want to get into Venom yet.
You want to do True Detective first?
Yeah, dude.
Let's hear it. We watched 3 episodes. We watched 2, 3, and 4.
I
Yeah.
watched 4.
What do you? Oh, you watched? Huh?
Did you rewatch the first one?
We'd already seen the first one.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I've seen up to 4 episodes.
I
Oh,
said
okay.
we watched 2, 3, and 4.
I thought you were rattling off like you were questioning. Like, did we watch
Oh,
2,
oh,
3, 4?
I got a real
I'm
estate
like-
prediction. I got a theory here.
All right.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm ready.
I think that he gets his wife killed. That's why that his daughter don't want to have anything to do with it.
Shit.
I think that him and his wife are having problems. She's going to help with the investigation somehow.
She's
and she
already
ends up,
snooping.
oh yeah, big time.
She's gonna go out and eat with that one cop. He's like, "Don't you come up in here talking, spitting all
You
pretty
know
and
what my
shit."
prediction is?
What you got?
That Claymore didn't go off.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, it fucking went off, though. Like, they're fucked.
What
Yeah.
about a fucking what a cliffhanger?
I know, right? That's the perfect way to end an episode.
You know what I wish? That fucking scene where the Indians running. I wish
What?
Creed would have kicked on. Run to the jungle.
He took his boots off. He knew. He was
Dude,
like,
dude, and it like his feet were all fucking bloody and shit, man.
he knew what was up.
Fucking
He was
hauling
fast.
ass, dude.
Yeah, he was fast as
hauling
fuck.
ass. They weren't
No.
Forrest Gumping his ass today.
Hell no. He I think that that this shit's going to be an intense fucking shootout, like, you know, on par with the other seasons. You know, they always have that one episode about halfway through where they have this crazy intense
Yeah.
shootout scene.
Yeah,
I think I thought it was going to happen when they went to the trailer park. I was like, oh shit, it's about to get real up
it
in
was
here.
getting
You know?
real for real up in that trailer park. Like,
Wouldn't it though? It's nice to know that we're not the only state that has, you know, train tracks. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You picking up what I'm putting down?
yeah.
Griffin.
I mean, everybody, you go across the train tracks. I mean, you know, whatever happens. You know what I'm saying?
No. I tried to pick it up, man, but you threw that shit down and splattered everywhere, so it's on us whether we wanted it.
You're right. But that's what I'm thinking, that something's gonna happen to his wife. Of course, you know, we know she's dead, but I think that it's gonna be I think he blames himself. That's why he keeps seeing her. And she's kind of like haunting him a little bit. I think that, you know, she's gonna go snooping, maybe against his wishes, or, you know, maybe I don't know, he might, you know, rope her into it again somehow. But
Can we just take a minute to acknowledge how fucking intense that scene he had, where all the Viet Cong were around him and he's fucking snooping out the
Oh
window
my
and
god!
that was amazing.
shit? Like, holy fuck! Like when this dude's dementia's kicking in, it's fucking crazy.
Full force.
Yeah,
And he was
I
just
like
like
how-
looking at him like,
yeah.
"Hell, y'all doing
hold
here?"
up. Yeah, I like
He's like, well, why y'all here? I'm gonna look out this window.
I like how they depict that though, where, you know, it's like the room's closing in on him, but it's like his ghosts are literally coming back to haunt him. You know what I mean? Because the first one that came back was his wife, and then now he's got the Viet Cong and his fellow soldiers from Vietnam that's kind of lingering around. So it's
Well, it's like his mind is fucking with him hard, man.
yeah. Now, one thing that I've been tossing around in the old brain up here. What if the girl doing the interview is the girl that he's looking for?
You want to know
What
what
now?
I
Say
thought?
that again?
What if, you know, the woman doing the interview in present day?
Yeah,
What if that's the girl that they've been looking for this whole time?
I don't know about that.
Well, I know, but that was just something that came to mind. I was like, how crazy would that be? Like, she's
It would
trying
be
to
real
solve.
crazy.
she's trying to solve her own case and figure out where all the holes in it were.
And he ain't got no idea.
No, because if you think of,
I want you to take me down there, and kick their ass.
Yeah, right. Well, if you think about it, like in 1990, she was 18, and this happens in 2015. So she would be, see, 28, 38. So she would be what, in her 40s? I don't know what the age of that woman is. I mean, she kind of seems young, but still, though, a lot of 40-year-old women, especially that's part of a television show, look young. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That was just a theory that I was kind of throwing around. I don't think that that's going to happen, but that would be an interesting twist to it.
So, I didn't get a good look, and I wasn't about to try to sit there and keep rewinding and finding a spot to stop it. But when he's reviewing the footage and he's looking at that supermarket footage, who the fuck was that? Was that the mom?
That's the girl. That's the
yeah.
That's the fingerprints. You know, that girl that went missing with the boy.
Yeah, because the mom died in '88 in Las Vegas. She had a drug overdose, so she had been dead for like 2 or 3 years at this point. I do like I love that scene where Stephen Dorff went to the trailer where the father was living at. And he was like, "Will you pray with me?" You know, I like that whole their whole dynamic. Those two characters, I really like that a lot. I mean, like Stephen Dorff,
the cop and him,
their little like bromance thing they have going on. I don't know. I like how they handle a lot of stuff in this show, especially that.
I'm wondering if it's building up to where there's like it's going to end up being like a town secret thing. Like they've done, they figure out something. You know what I mean? Like, cause it seems to me like the story's getting like it's going to eventually present us with the idea that it wasn't one person, it was a group.
Well, what makes me think something like that is, I thought for a minute maybe this was like a Yellow King type thing, like,
yeah,
you know, it's some rich dudes or something, because the way the district attorney acts about it,
yeah,
he's kind of, and I was like, he might be trying to protect somebody or
right.
But well, I really
for me,
don't know.
It's like whenever it shows the Native American getting messed with by the townsfolk, that I think there's a connection between all of that. We haven't seen it yet, but like a connection between all of that and the fact that the woman makes the dolls. Like, you know, and I know that she's selling them, and they've made a point to say that some guys bought up a bunch of them. But if it's supposed to be like kind of a small top town that sort of everyone knows everybody type of thing, you figure they'd be talking a little quicker. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people ain't giving up information like they should be.
Yeah.
You know, in that one episode though, when the Native American dude picked that bag up, I was like, "Oh my god, it's got a body in it."
No.
Yeah,
but it was those guns and shit. Yeah, at first you're like, "What the fuck's in that?" Like, he's like, "Let me hide this." I thought it was the little girl. You know, I'm like, but we know they found her fingerprints, so we know that's not true.
Well, with him, I feel like it's gonna end up being something like maybe they thought it was him at first, and everybody was on board for being like, you know, like innocent man gets accused and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that this next episode, he's not coming out of that house alive. Like that's going to be his demise right there. Like whether the cops get him or the townsfolk get him, he's not coming out of that house alive at all. I don't think anyway. I think he'd rather shoot himself than have to fucking deal with, because nobody really gets him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The cops kind of have, you know, they've talked to him. They understand, you know, he's a vet, all this stuff. But at the same time, he's, like I said last week, we all know this guy that goes around and picks up fucking garbage and doesn't mess with anybody. But he is the perfect patsy for these town folk to kind of pin this whole thing on. And that's exactly what they're doing. So I don't think he's coming out of that house alive. I think he'd rather be dead than have to deal with these, than get his ass beat again. You know,
they're not going to leave him alone. I mean, he's already got a shit life.
Yeah.
And I think to elaborate on what you're saying, Griff, like they're using him too because it's almost like it's like those cases where, you know, they get a guy for the sake of getting a guy so they can shut the damn thing down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the public wants an answer, this, that, and the other. So, you know, we're going to go with the guy that we have all this evidence for, and we're just going to run with it, even though it may not, you know, even though it may be inaccurate.
Yeah. Well, and the way that this town's kind of laid out that you see in the one episode where they go to the plantation house, close to where the kids, the dice and the toys and stuff were found.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a very rural area with a small town around it, some industry. So it's almost to the point where like it's kind of like Scottsboro in a way, where it can be like a retirement home for rich fuckheads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if like what Travis was saying is kind of true, where you have a retreat where these people come out here and do weird shit and then they leave and then they show up and nobody really knows that they're there and nobody misses them when they're gone. It could be something similar to that situation.
What's weird is she said the guy bought 10 of those dolls and gave her a bunch of money for them.
Yeah.
Well, here's also something too that they've done a good job of casting doubt on everybody.
Yeah.
Because even because I don't think they've ever followed up with it. There's that scene where his dementia's kind of fucking with him, and it says, like, "Did you tell him what you left in the woods?" You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Which I mean, I think that what that was referring to was the child molester that they abducted.
Yeah.
I think that's what
that guy they took out there and beat.
Yeah, I think they killed him and they threw him in the woods somewhere. And that's what I was picking up from that little tidbit of conversation.
At first, I was thinking, man, he fucking found some real evidence, but he's like, I don't know, because he says he's trying to find his memories and find shit, because that's why he needs rolling back.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The way I feel like this shit's gonna converge very unexpectedly and very just like
we ain't never gonna figure it out.
No.
We ain't gonna figure it out.
One of the top people though that I suspect though is his wife.
Who's this other black guy?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's another black guy though. We haven't found him yet. We haven't seen him and we don't even know who they locked up for it.
Because this could be possible too, man. You know how he's reading his wife's book again?
Yeah.
What if she's fucking as he reads that book and as his memories decipher the whole fucking mystery and all that crap,
he's
you
still
find out she solved it, or I don't know. I feel like she's gonna have obviously a really big part to play in it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was kind of thinking that too, where she might have something to do with it, but at the same time, I don't think that they would go down that road because it would be almost cliche. You know what I'm saying? And they've already made mention whenever they bring him in the 90s to that task force that he did something that got him kicked out of being a detective.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's going to be shooting this guy coming up. That's going to be the final straw.
Was it that, or was it the fact that he married this woman and fed her information and she wrote a book with it?
Yeah, I mean, that could be
that could be frowned upon a little bit. I mean,
yeah, but if the timeline though, it's like,
yeah, it don't add up.
The way that they kind of make it seem was this case was the end of the road for him, and it's also the same case as what's bringing him back to be a detective. So I think that maybe they find the body in the woods. Maybe, maybe it's just his dementia and his fucking mind fucking with him. And you know what I mean?
I don't know, because they put that guy back in the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Like they were going to take him back where they got him from. And they were like, well, I think we're wrong.
Well, the reason that I think that they got rid of him is because they got that call while he was in their custody. So that means that they would have had to drove somewhere to drop him off, which they do bring up several times that they it took them the longest to get there. But at the same time, if you're in a situation where you abduct someone, beat the fucking shit out of them, throw them in the trunk of your car, and they know that you're detectives, the best thing to do is fucking off them so he can't talk.
Or he's still in the trunk of the car, and that's why they get caught. Like,
oh,
why do you have this motherfucker in the trunk of your car?
Yeah.
You know, like,
right.
The next episode should tell us something, hopefully. Like, feed us a little more. It's all over the place. But remember whenever they bring Roland in, and Roland was like, well, I haven't worked with him since then. Like, we parted ways that day, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't talk. We don't text.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, you kind of see how, you know, him in the 90s being in the position he's in, he's being kind of an asshole to Hayes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even though,
like fucking, you know, big dick swinging. Like,
yeah, I mean, he was, he was cutting him off. You know, it's one of those things where I think that, like, in the 80s, you see this, like, and it goes deep into this line of respect and, like, you know, the culture at that time, the racial and, you know, the racial differences and things that were going on at that point, where he basically comes out and is like, look, I don't give a fuck who you are or what you are, as long as you got my back. Like, he come out and basically said that to him. And then he comes back in the 90s and he's kind of treating him like shit. I think that dynamic, the relationship that they have in the 90s is going to be more or less like what's going to cause them to have that split. They're either going to get into it. He's not going to think his information is useful enough, you know, XYZ, you know, pick a reason for them to not speak to one another, you know?
What if what happens is when they roll up, Hayes shoots all these fucking hillbillies.
Oh my God.
And that's where they were like, okay, you know, you kind of overstepped your line, but you know, they were fucking with that dude. I mean, he was in Vietnam.
Well, what if it's the other way around? What if Steven Dorff shoots all these fucking rednecks? Because he said in the car, he said, I would be more apt to shoot a white man than a black man. So what if he's the one that shoots all of them?
And that kind of happens right before they get there.
Yeah, and Hayes takes the fall for it. He's like, look, you know, they pin it on him basically because he is a black detective in the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Which is why he doesn't have the good job later on.
Yeah. So, which, I mean, if you think about it, like, if something like that was to happen, it's Hayes' fault that he got to where he is. Of course, he's going to, in the future, pull him in when this case reopens. It makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's good.
Yeah, he is.
What about that scene when they were in the Walmart?
Oh, my God.
And he lost his daughter?
He looked like fucking Demolition Man running through there.
Scared as fuck, dude.
He looks like Wesley Snipes a lot, like Wesley Snipes, with his hair cut up like that, with the flat top. Yeah.
But it's cool. Look at old ass Walmart.
Well,
the way cool how they did that.
Speaking of old ass, I love whoever did the fucking makeup effects on the modern day version of this guy, because he looks like he's fucking 8.
And he plays the role like he's like hunched over.
Yes.
He's only got one
like
facial expression, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he forgot the others. That was a little dementia joke. I'm sorry.
For a role as grave as his, I guess that's all he needed was the grave.
Yeah.
I told y'all a few weeks ago when I watched that first episode, I was like, it's back.
Yeah.
This show's back full force. Like, the guy just needed some time.
He needed to take his time and write it.
That pressure of like, we need another season. It's like, I just finished this one.
Yeah, come on now.
You want me to write? You want me to write one? You want me to write one?
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
They let him do. Oh, it's gonna get something.
It's really fucking good.
It's really good.
Like, depending on how they end this, it might be better than season 1.
It's one of those shows. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one of those shows though. When you're watching it, like, you just like cut off the rest of the world.
Yeah, and there's so much going on.
Only thing happening.
Yeah, there's so much going on and so many thread lines here that you can't piece it together. You just you're forced to sit back and watch it, because every time you think you have a theory, they destroy that theory.
Yeah. Well, but to go against it though, man, that's kind of works against it to the point, because for me, as far as comparing it to season one had just it kept it simpler with the two timelines. Because in one episode of this season, though, so much comes at you that
they're
it's
making
like,
it hard for you to process
it
everything.
shatters your theory, because here's another scene involving whole new characters. Like,
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
they jump time enough to give you vital information, but they don't ruin anything. Like them finding the cousin dead in that dried up ravine or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that gives you a clue, because
Yeah.
after they interviewed him in that one episode, you kind of forget about him.
Yeah. When they talked to him, I was like, I don't think it was him.
No. So, but then it's like, well, here you go. Like he's dead. 90s. What happened? You know, like in the 90s, what happened to him? Why is he dead? Why did they bury him in this fucking throw him in the river? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and what about this motherfucker? I'd really like to hear your confession, Detective Hayes.
oh my! I think
He
there's
just
something
keeps going on and on, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, they locked someone up. They still haven't revealed who they locked up for it. But they don't know if they got the right person.
I feel like the priest would be a cop out.
Yeah. That'd be too. You know.
Yeah, too cliche almost.
That one scene when when they go back to the church though, and he's up there preaching.
Yeah.
And they like walk up the sides, and I was like, oh shit, like.
Yeah.
They about to get him. Then he's like, they want to do some fingerprints. They want to, because they're like 75% sure that whoever did it goes to this church. And he's like, I don't know, like.
Yeah.
And why do they think that again? I can't even remember why. Like,
because the picture of the boy's wake.
I think that's too. Yeah.
It's coincidental.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got him. Of course, his eyes are going to be closed. He's dead.
Well, in the picture, his eyes are supposed to be open. And the picture was taken the day that they did his wake, or not his wake, but his
baptism.
Yeah. And his eyes are supposed to be open, but they're closed for some reason. The thing about it too is like he took the pictures, and the only people that see these pictures are people that go into the priest's office. So that's why they're pulling so hard at that, because it had to have been in their mind.
Somebody
they think
that
it's
saw it in there.
Yeah. Or but at the same time, like they haven't really explored if other Catholic churches do this same type of baptism. You know what I'm saying? So if they do, it could be any Catholic, anybody that did it. You know, at this point, but they're focusing heavy on the church, though.
Real heavy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested.
I wonder how the payoff of the fact that the character's got dementia. I wonder what twist that's going to amount to, because I don't know where that's going.
Well, whenever he was having dinner with the woman, he said that that he was handicapped. So I'm thinking that during the war he got shot or something, and it's fucked his memory. Like the dementia is feeding off of the fact that earlier in his life that something traumatic happened to cause him to have memory loss.
Because even the detectives were like, "You got a memory problem," and this was in the 90s.
Yeah. So he even said something, like he said something to the girl that becomes his wife, and he said something to somebody else about it too, about having a problem. So I'm wonder that's going to go full circle, that whole thing, and I'm interested to see how that ties up as well, because it could be something to where like I think the way that he sees it in the present day is like his disability kind of kept him from seeing the whole picture, and that he blames himself for not finding the girl sooner. And I think that the other cops around him feel the same way. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I know it's crazy, man. Like,
It's really good. It's so
what
much.
about that cliffhanger?
Oh my god!
He goes in that door, and it was
Yeah.
like snap credits, and I was like, no, like you fucking did it again. Like,
whenever we watched it, and the credits popped up, Marina's like, "When's the next episode? Like, do you have it?" And I'm like, "No, Sunday." She's like,
Yeah.
"What? We have to wait that long?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we have to wait till Sunday. We're caught up, you know."
This is a show I highly recommend that people wait until it's all out
and binge
watch the fuck out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wished I had it all.
I know, me too.
I'm not gonna be able to wait though. I can't.
Yeah, no.
I ain't gonna be able to wait. What, like another 6 weeks?
No, it's that was episode 4, so we got 4 more weeks. Because
there's only 8 episodes.
Yeah, every season's
my
been
God.
8 episodes. I know. But you know, when
how
we
are they gonna like?
There's
so many questions.
When we watched the first season, it was the same way. Like on episode 6, we're like, how many episodes are left? 2. How are they going to wrap all this shit up? And they do. Like, I don't know how.
They do.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
I mean, you know, bravo to dude for being able to pack so much content in an hour episode.
Oh,
what's nice about it is it keeps going though. Like it, it's just constant, just bam, 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 the whole time you're watching it. Like,
yeah,
I would say though that this is the type of show that it's probably best you just watch it in chronological order from release date, because by the time, like, if someone was to go in blind with season 3, although that the way the show's made is that anyone can, but I feel like by now we're trained on how this show works, how it operates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was it's I have full faith in it. I'm so happy it's back. Yes. I mean, dude, this is some next level shit.
It gets a detective star.
Oh shit!
It gets a badge.
It gets a sheriff's badge. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Let's do a shout out to episode 1, because bad detective.
Yeah.
Or bad lieutenant.
Yeah.
It gets a shield. He gets promoted.
Do y'all think that Steven Dorff's still alive in present day? His character?
I don't know. Whenever he asked his son's a little bit of an asshole, ain't he?
Yeah, I think
he's just like tired of it, man. He's like, dude, again with this shit, like.
Yeah.
Oh,
whenever he asked about him, he just looked at him like, motherfucker, you don't remember? Like,
what if him dying
here no more.
is what triggers the memory loss even more? And that's the thing. He's been dead. He just keeps forgetting it.
Yeah.
And see, I didn't even think that something happened to his wife. Like, I just kept thinking that she died of old age.
Yeah.
But now that you guys say that, I'm like, well, when he was talking about her, you could tell now when you go back and think about when he was talking about her, he's like, she had a good job.
Yeah.
A good woman, better detective than me. So I'm guessing that they went out maybe trying to do something one night. Like how they were staking out the
Walgreens.
the grocery store. Yeah, and it's like she shouldn't be out there with him.
No, hell no.
And at that point, they're married, right? Like they're together. This is in the 90s. Like they've got a couple of kids.
Yeah. And I think that whatever happens to her is what's going to drive that wedge between him and his daughter. Because his daughter is in LA, not speaking to him at all,
But we do know this. She was alive long enough to write the fucking book.
Yeah.
So she's not dying anytime soon. It was, after the book's out. So the book didn't come out until they solved the case completely. Like, until they found the girl's fingerprints, and then they looked into that. Like, but it seems like now that they're bringing it up again, like there's some new shit's come to light.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I'm interested to see what the reporter or whatever that woman is, like the information he has. It's almost like they've solved it, but they're just interviewing him. But for some reason, either he knows that it's been solved and that he doesn't remember it, or they don't want to tell him all the information because it might influence his interview. But at the same time, we don't know this, but he could be going back and reading the book. The book is from the perspective, I'm assuming, from the perspective of his, of course, his wife, because she wrote it. So maybe that's where he's pulling all his information from, is rereading the book. And what if she purposefully changed some things and he's remembering it incorrectly, not on purpose, but yeah, but because he has dementia, he's just reading this book. Because think about it. He was on the case in the 80s and in the 90s, and it's 2015, and he has memory problems from the 80s up until now. How is he going to remember all of this stuff? Like
Memento 2.0.
Yeah. So that's something that I threw around too. Like, he could be like, whenever she first come in there to do the interviews and stuff with him, he didn't really say a whole lot like that you see. He just kind of gave some general information to him, and then he goes in there and picks the book up off the shelf and looks at her picture on the back of it. What if he started reading the book then, and that's what's influencing his information that he's giving him now?
Makes sense.
I mean,
did y'all try to read the back of the book too?
No, I didn't.
I paused it on it, man. Like, you can kind of read it, but when it gets down towards the bottom, his two thumbs, they're like covering up most of the words.
The crucials.
Well, it tries to, like, it gives you the little backstory, like,
yeah,
a sleepy little town, like,
no
one knew that it was this, like.
Yeah. Did y'all get the reference to season 1?
The dolls?
No. Somebody said
the newspaper.
Well, they said the crooked spiral that happened in Louisiana.
Well, they were showing a newspaper clipping, and it was
sure. I remember hearing
it was those missing kids in the other state.
Yeah, crooked spiral. That's crazy, right? It would be cool. It would be kind of cool if it was somehow connected.
Well, like, everything was in the universe, like everything was going on at different times, but like at the same time.
Well, I mean, because if you think about it, like, Louisiana and Arkansas are border states, so they could easily hop over into the next state and do some shady shit there,
or be aware of the going ons of local towns and shit. That's cool though.
Yeah. Whenever I heard that, I was like, "Oh, crooked spiral." You know what I mean? Like, fuck yes. Where's fucking Rust when you need him? Yeah. That would be crazy if his ass shows up.
Nose breathing.
Oh my god.
Or if he shows up or if he shows up at the end of the season to help with the case.
That would be tense.
They like wheel him into a room.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
he lots of
something
cigarettes.
that I thought about was.
He's got those beer can dolls.
Spiral.
Yeah. Have y'all noticed that every episode, like the one episode, Woody Harrelson will be the executive producer, and then the next episode it'll be Matthew McConaughey, and then the next episode it'll be
one of the episodes they were both.
Yeah.
Executive producers on it. Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
It might be connected.
It might be. Well, they were the executive producers over season 2 as well, but
shoot that theory down.
But I mean, it's more
a great show.
Yeah, I mean, it's more connected now that they're referencing things that happened in Louisiana, and it's right there, borders. I can't wait. Like, I wish it was all out now. I'd go buy it on Blu-ray right this second.
Watch it tonight.
The acting in this show
is so fucking good, dude.
It is freaking amazing, dude. I don't understand.
The camera work, the scenes,
yes,
it's fucking. They did a good job putting this shit together, man.
Yeah, I love those shots where they're standing next to a car or something, and you just see the fields behind them going on forever, and it's like grayscale kind of looking, and the camera is just moving with them as they move. It's just so incredibly well done. It's almost too good. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't be allowed to watch this, you know?
Yeah.
For real. I can't wait.
We should be allowed to watch it.
No, that's how good it is. It's like the fucking Ark of the Covenant or something, you know?
Yeah, you shouldn't even be allowed to look at it.
No.
You'll go blind.
So I don't know. One other thing that I was thinking, and I'll leave it at this, is they keep referencing a black man, with the messed up eye.
Who's this motherfucker?
Well, this is far fetched. Blah 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 blah. What if it is him?
I thought that.
And like whenever
the woman said, just kind of looks like you, same car.
Yeah. So
And he also said there was a woman with him sometimes.
Yeah. White woman though, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
He said it because the farmer was like, it's kind of like y'all, black man, white woman, black man, white man, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
but even the woman was like, kind of look like you, black man.
Dude, I had a laugh.
But nobody knows his name.
In case they rolled up. And it was goddamn Debo from Friday.
Debo, or what was the other guy in the other Friday movie? Damien. Terry Crews.
Yeah. I love Terry
Debo
Crews.
Be better.
Yeah.
Debo,
I don't know.
Debo be like, "We'll knock you out, Detective Hayes."
Oh, no, he go, what her-skin dolls.
Yeah.
What her-skin dolls.
Mama.
Well, I mean, that's all I got to say. We can sit here and go on for hours about theories,
and we'll never solve it.
No, I don't think that we've been introduced to the main culprit. I think that some of the people that we've met may be involved in in some capacity.
I'm calling it now. The murder reveal, or the killer reveal, whatever. I'm calling it. It's gonna be the last shot of episode 7.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna call it right now.
Trav theory.
Y'all think it might be the dad?
No,
I just think that's how HBO works.
I don't think.
Yeah, because he was too drunk, and he was like,
yeah.
If it was him, it was like, damn, you're a good actor. Like,
yeah,
getting hammered, walking home from work. Like,
oh shit,
I wasn't a dad.
What if? Oh fuck, that just threw something out or created a theory too. So you know how him and Roland have a good, like, their bromance, right?
Yeah.
What if that whole bullshit coupled with the Towns in on it theory? What if this whole episode, not episode, but this whole season, we've been giving it the complete, like, attention through Hayes' perspective, the racial divide that's going on in the police force and all that. Because they've made sure to keep that in the forefront.
Yeah.
What if that's why Steven Dorff, why his character got the promotion, is because he kept the dad from getting caught.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting, but I don't know. Just the way that the dad strikes me, especially when they visit him in the 90s where he's living in that trailer, he's turned his life around.
Church.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't think we've seen his downfall yet, but we're witnessing it as we watch,
Something happens with him.
Yeah.
Because when Hayes was talking to those detectives, he said, "Did you think he was lying?" He said, "Not about that."
Yeah.
So, well, what was he lying about? Like, I don't know. What about when they go in there and pick him up at that bar?
Oh my God! Because I know the owner was fucking her. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm pressing charges. Fuck you."
She's a waitress down at the Sawhorse.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, sawhorse. That sounds about right. You know.
Yeah, it does, don't it?
Yeah.
Whenever he shows up to work and everybody's like,
Oh man, how real
I
was that shit?
I felt so bad for him. Like that's one thing. Like that's why I don't want to believe in my heart that the dad has anything to do with it because like he looks like somebody that you
That's
or
going through
anybody.
this shit.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
spot fucking on. You know, his world is crumbling around him, and all he wants to do is take his mind off of it. But nobody will fucking let him. You
We could
know.
talk
But a
about it now in that
psychopath
second
born that
episode
way.
when they come to
A
take shit from the
psychopath
house
also do that.
and they walk
Do
through the
what?
living room and they're just sitting there watching the TV like just dead.
Yeah.
Just you know what I'm talking about? In the second episode when they go into the house to get some more shit, box it up.
Yeah.
When they find the D&D that they're playing these games,
Yeah.
girls drawing these pictures. When they leave, they're just like sitting there, you know, look pale as fuck, staring at the TV, wasted,
Yeah.
like really going through this shit. This was before they found the boy.
Yeah. That.
Um,
Yeah.
it was just super real.
Yeah. That shit with the mom was crazy too when she's like, I got a horse soul or something like that. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, holy shit, it just got fucking real for a second here. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
uncomfortable.
yeah, very,
Yeah,
very uncomfortable. But you kind of see her world crumbling because like she was out doing fucking God knows what, and you feel for the dad even
yeah.
more. But
Even the cousin was like, I felt bad for him because
yeah, she's a piece of
wife was a
shit.
whore. You know.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's rough to watch, but they do
It's
such a
real.
good job. Yes, they do such a good job at like portraying that. It's just insane. I love it, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, right. Every week until the last episode, we'll have our predictions. Next week, we'll be back with them, episode 5.
Yeah. And I'm sure they'll be changed at this
Who all do
point.
you think dies? That
And
blast is going to kill some people at the door, and it might even kill the Indian dude. I mean, he's pretty
yeah,
close
right.
to it.
Yeah. I don't know how those
It's going to fuck
claymores
his house up
explode.
for sure.
He's gonna have to get an estimate on that door frame.
It says
You know?
point this way on the front, you know,
Yeah.
and then it zooms out and you see them walking up. It's just like, oh, shit.
I think as soon as that thing goes off, that the Indian dude is going to open fire, and there's going to be this intense firefight for like the first 10 minutes of the next episode. That's all we're going to see is this crazy ass firefight.
How did they even know this was happening? The cops pull up there, like, how did they know these dudes were out there, like, raising hell?
Because the neighbors called the cops and said that there's a bunch of rednecks at the trash man's house with guns.
Uh-oh.
And that's when they showed up.
4-alarm chimp.
I love how they're handling everything in this show, man. When they go across the tracks and they go to the trailer park and all that crazy shit was going down, like, and then that conversation that they had in the vehicle. I think the person that they took to jail was that guy in the trailer park with the fucked up eye, because whenever they're leaving, he's in front of them. And then he looks at the car and he's like, "What the fuck?" But it doesn't show the guy in the back seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that conversation that they have when they leave there, and he's trying to look out the window and drive like that. I love how they like, dude don't want to trust him because he's white.
Yeah.
But he has to because it's his partner, and his partner don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like you see it where he's like, I don't give a fuck who you are or what you are.
Yeah.
You know? Like white people are more dangerous in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he basically tells him that. So yeah,
that was a pretty cool scene. I like the scenes where they ride in the car.
Yeah. It's not as
shot
fucking
very well.
Yes. And it's not as fucking crazy as like, you got to shut that shit up around here, Russ. No, these people don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn, I missed that.
I know after this is over, I might have to
say
go
that
back
shit out loud.
Yeah. These people don't think like you, Russ.
They're not weird.
Oh man. I love it. I can't wait. Well, has anybody got any other crazy predictions about True Detective before we move on to the
Next episode's gonna be good. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
It's crazy they're playing D&D in the woods though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
With them dice.
He lured
and shit.
some guy lured this kid, which see that it's got to be a certain kind of person to be playing D&D.
Yeah.
It's not like some old man, like you know what I mean? Like it's you got to think about that. Like who's playing D&D with this kid?
Yeah, in the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
And then it may have, but they said the Hayes said he was trying to protect his sister.
Yeah.
Like something happened. He because his head was smashed on that rock. They found the rock where his head got hit. So it's not like the dude just killed him all of a sudden. Like he was, there was a scuffle maybe. Hayes went out there and looked at the footprints on the ground, and he was like, he had a swat board, like he was like, he came over here like Dexter with the little yarn, doing the blood spatter shit, Who's playing D&D with this kid, man?
I know. I don't even know.
Who in this little town even knows what the fuck that is?
Exactly. Like
it's got to be that. You think it's got to be one of them high school students, right?
That's
why they had him back in there, the high school kid.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because I don't think that those high school kids would be that much into it. I think that they would think it was fucking stupid.
Stupid, yeah. Because he was buying him good toys.
Yeah.
He was buying this kid toys, had that bag of toys, had like good shit in there, and they were like, we didn't buy none of that. Like,
yeah. What's creepy is that there was a playset doctor's kid in there. That's
shit.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy as shit. So, well, are y'all ready to get on to the main course?
Yeah, let's get on to the fucking main event.
So we watched Venom, right?
We did.
And
like a little turd in the wind.
I mean,
that was so funny.
I have opinions.
I'm gonna say something. Y'all might fucking shoot me in the face for it. I didn't hate it. Guys. It's the only Venom thing I've ever watched. Other than, maybe some cartoons.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad. It was here's what I thought was weird was how like him and Venom would like go like at the beginning he's like, put your arms down, you make us look bad.
Yeah.
It was kind of that was a little cheesy. There was some moments, he was like, Parasite, take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was kind of funny at the same time. Like,
right.
I didn't really hate it though.
I'd
didn't watch
hate
another one.
I didn't hate it, but at the same time, like,
could have been better.
The first hour drags so much.
It did drag.
Like until he gets the suit and he gets the fucking symbiote, all that shit. I don't give a fuck about his girlfriend. I don't give a fuck about his job. Now, I understand why they're setting all this shit up, but all I wanted to see was Venom fuck shit up, and that happens. But it takes a minute to get there. If they would have cut that first hour down to about 30 minutes and then prolonged the last the end of the movie by 30 minutes, I'd have been a lot happier.
Well, because all we got was like 45 minutes of action.
Yeah, and not only that, but you only get one really good fight scene between Venom and Toxin, and it was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, the final battle wasn't that good.
No,
I will say that the end of the movie was the weakest part.
Yeah, I mean,
but all this stuff he was doing, like the thing was talking to him, like.
Yeah, I like.
Y'all know y'all saw him eat that chicken out of the garbage. I was like, man, you gonna get the shits. Like that's gonna fuck you up. Like,
yeah,
that's a no. I knew he was gonna eat one of those fucking lobsters.
Never. He fucking straight crunched into that thing too.
What was crazy was he picked up that steak off that plate and bit into it, and he went, "That's dead."
Yeah.
Like, what?
What's he talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going. I expected it to be a lot worse. Like,
Yeah.
I really did. I was like, this is gonna be fucking so goddamn stupid.
Yeah. Well, and
Wasn't that bad?
whenever you hear people talk about it, it's either one of their favorite comic book movies of all time or one of the worst comic book movies they've ever seen. I haven't really heard anybody that has a middle ground on the whole conversation. But me myself, I feel like I fall right in the middle of it. I think it was decent,
Yeah,
but I don't. It's not one of the best. Like,
I'm not
would
like
I
itching to
buy?
see it again.
No, not really.
But I'm glad I
Not at
watched
all.
it.
Yeah, I mean, there's more to be had.
Did y'all see the
And
cut scene?
yeah, I saw it.
Did you watch it,
Nose
Travis?
breather.
Yeah.
So they were setting it up for another one. Whether is it gonna happen?
I think it grossed like somewhere in the ballpark of 800 million.
It'll happen.
Let
Even
me
if it
see.
had bad reviews.
Yeah.
It's confirmed that the sequel's gonna happen.
I mean,
I'm
and
a-
he was like, "There's gonna be some carnage,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh shit, oh shit."
That was underwhelming for one of my favorite Marvel villains of all time.
Venom.
Well, the guy he meets at the end
Oh, okay.
is he becomes Carnage,
Yeah.
and he's a bad motherfucker.
What's his name? Cletus.
Cletus Cassidy.
That's it.
So the budget was 100 million, right?
Well, it made its money.
It grossed worldwide $855 million.
It'll for sure get another movie.
I would love either this to be the launch point or the sequels to be either Venom versus Carnage, or if they manage to be able to bring in Tom Holland's Spider-Man, do a Maximum Carnage storyline.
Oh my god!
Or intertwine the stories.
They could.
What if the next one we get a Carnage, then the third one they bring in Spider-Man, fight them both, or something? I don't know.
Well, you get the middle movie that sets up the finale. So you get Maximum Carnage in that. You essentially get Carnage going on a fucking killing spree. Dear God, make it R-rated, please.
Yeah.
I liked Venom's personality.
That's the thing. That's what killed me about this movie. Every time a symbiote attacked something, there should have been like blood splatters.
Yeah. Gallons of it.
I expect it to get ugly.
When Wright rolls up in the cafeteria and or that lab and just like takes everyone out. That should have been like the goriest scene in the movie.
Yeah. Should have been like that Predator movie.
Yeah, for real.
Gory like that.
I think it suffered from its rating with that. I think it should have been a bloody movie like it was.
This should have been an R-rated movie.
I mean, no, was it a deal breaker? No, but no. I mean, come on. I mean, Venom's a violent character.
I mean, look at him. You're making us look bad.
I mean,
I think
you put that in front of a kid today, and they're probably going to already expect to see blood.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, being honest about it, but
I was kind of glad that he stuck around, though. I was like, cool, I like Venom. Like, wish I had my own Venom.
Yeah.
It was badass.
Yeah. I mean, I like the things that I didn't like the most was I didn't really care too much for the bad guy, quote unquote, the little nerdy dude running the the lab, like asshole,
The bad guy was shit.
Yeah,
this is how they introduced him. This is how he gets the Venom. Like,
yeah.
I mean, but he was shit. They should have picked like Liam Neeson or something. Like,
yeah. I liked how they got the symbiote back to Earth. I liked all the stuff that happened with that. Yeah, and I like how they had multiple, specimens or whatever. But like they lay eggs, right? So it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting to see how Venom is going to go through that rebirth cycle, because that's the thing. Venom gives birth to Carnage, and the plot to Venom versus Carnage is that Carnage is going to give birth to Toxin,
Yeah.
and Carnage wants to abort it. But Venom's like, I don't know.
He's my baby.
It's weird. It's weird because it kind of takes this opposite approach that they've set up Venom for in the movie. The whole idea, the sole reason Venom wants to be on Earth is because he doesn't suck on Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's at least so far, you know.
Yeah.
But,
He told that motherfucker he's gonna rip his arms off, his legs off, his face.
the scene when he looks,
said, "You'll be rolling down the road."
The scene when he's explaining to Eddie about Riot, he's like, he has a vast arsenal of weaponry. He's like, he has shit you have never seen.
Yeah. Like, where did this alien fucking parasite get this personality?
I know,
You know what
right?
I mean? Like, it had a personality, dude. It was like, it was funny. Like, put your arms down. You're making us look bad.
Yeah. All the stuff, that was one of my favorite parts of the movie, though, was like the interaction between...
banter, the back and forth between him. He's arguing with the fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a disembodied voice most of the time. Like, him running around sweating with Venom fucking raising hell in his head. You know what I mean? It's
they even gave like a notable, they even gave a cameo to, or like a nod to the female versions of Venom that have come and gone.
Having
that
the
was
chick
weird.
come up in the suit.
Yeah. She looked creepy.
She's like, I just bit somebody's head off.
Yeah. He goes,
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
We're going to get her back.
Yeah.
She doesn't know we're going to get her back. He's got a little bit of an ego. He's like fucking, he's like one of those muscle heads that like works out on the beach.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's like The Rock in fucking Pain and Gain.
Well, like, he's like if The Rock was Alex Jones.
Oh my God.
Like, that's
Dirt in the wind.
Well, I mean,
I thought he was going to kill that dude. Well, he did. He ate him.
Well, all that aside, though, I will say the highlight of the movie, though, is Eddie Brock's performance as Venom.
Yeah.
It was good.
Or not Eddie Brock, but fucking Tom Hardy.
He did a good job. And his fake-ass American accent was pretty good.
I mean, I could see this incarnation of Venom being on the same screen with Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which will be fucking awesome.
They could work. Like
that might be why they're keeping it clean, man, because they have plans to bring them together. And, you know, Spider-Man
it would be awesome
clean.
to see, like, a classic, like, Spider-Man Venom chase sequence or something, you know?
Yeah.
What about that fucking Stan Lee fucking cameo?
I know, right?
He said something to the both of you. Like he knew there was, you know, and he was like, who was that guy? Who was he? Like, don't worry about it. The dog looks tasty.
Yeah.
It's funny. That little back and forth was, I'm like,
this is like the Marvel movie that wants to wear the Affliction t-shirt.
Yeah, right. Those studded jeans.
Like, it's the Fast and the Furious of the Marvel films.
Yeah. And
I didn't hate it, though.
No, it's not bad at all. It just, if they would have trimmed that first half of the first half of the movie down just a hair and give us like one more Toxin Venom fight scene or Riot Venom fight scene.
For me, that wasn't even that bad because I don't really know anything about Venom.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about that character. I'm like, all right, he's a dude. You know, he's a real good reporter. Fucked with the wrong guy. He fucked with Elon Musk and lost his job, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't even that bad, but the end of it, dude, I was just like, this is a fucking fight. Like,
yeah,
it was almost building up for an hour and a half for this.
Well, and it was so much going on because like them ripping the symbiote off of one another and then the symbiotes fighting while they're fighting.
Yeah.
In the middle of all of it, it was just, I don't know. It was okay.
But I didn't hate it.
I mean, it could have been better.
But I like what it was setting up for, and I hope that, I mean, of course it's getting a sequel, but I hope.
I hated that it took an hour and a half to get 5 seconds of a better idea.
Yeah. but they needed some kind of villain. They couldn't go in, rock hard with the fucking Carnage thing right out of the gate. I understand why they went with the whole Riot storyline, leaving Earth, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. But I don't know. I mean,
if there had just been more substance to the symbiotes rather than they're just gonna bond with humans and we're gonna be the bridge,
Yeah.
And I know the whole thing was the symbiotes were trying to get more shit going on, but there wasn't enough of them. Like I still didn't feel like it had enough screen time.
No, I think in the next one it'll be a lot better. With that, because I think it's going to be cool to see him like he's going to be Venom, not Venom, Venom, not Venom, like that quick transformation stuff. That's
what about
going to
the
be
metal
cool.
dude? He went over there and was like, "Could you turn your music down a little bit? I don't feel good." He was like, "Fuck off," and he did that face like reveal, and it was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, easy. I'll turn it down, sir. Nah, that banter though. I hope wouldn't it be
That's
cool?
what was the best thing I thought about the movie was the back and
Yeah,
forth between him and the.
and him fighting off the cronies was awesome
He
too.
fucked them up, dude.
Yeah, that shit was amazing. Like that scene where they shoot that smoke bomb and he like fucking it's all blacked out in
his
there and
mouth.
he's fucking them up. That was awesome.
Grabbing them through the smoke.
Yeah,
like,
that
was
was
fucked up. Like,
yeah. Now you can't
now
see.
You can't see him.
Yeah.
He got a long reach too.
Yeah, for real. I like the character design that they went with too. I wish he was just a little bit bigger, like a little bit more top heavy.
Big as fuck.
I know, but like when you see him in the books, he looks fucking massive. Like his upper body is like 3 times bigger than his lower body. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's not proportionally correct, but it still looks bad as fuck. Like real cool. I didn't hate it.
No.
I do want more though.
Yeah. I mean, it kept me, dude. I kept watching. I was right there with it. Like,
I would be interested to see if they do when they do the Carnage storyline. I want to hear the banter going on in that motherfucker's head,
right?
Because he's a fucking murderer with a fucking murderous fucking symbiote in his head. That's going to be insane if they do that banter. So,
they could pull off really good horror sequences with him.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, for real though.
I'm in for a sequel. I'm more excited about a sequel than this.
I would love to see a montage of the symbiote suit bonding with him and it like going through his psyche. It'd be pretty neat.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if he showed up in fucking Endgame? He fucking fights fucking Thanos. Would that be crazy?
We're gonna fuck you like a little turd. Like a turd in the wind. That shit was funny, dude.
Turd in the wind.
Yeah.
Hey,
you understand? He said, "You catch me? You catch my drift?" He was like, "Yeah, dude."
You know what I think the cheesiest thing about the movie was?
What's that?
The Eminem song.
Yeah, but after the cut scene, they go in to run the jewels.
Yeah, they did.
So it got better.
It did. But yeah, that Eminem song, I'm like, this is kind of cheesy as fuck. Just a little bit.
They paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
So, it was the title track. But then it went straight into Run the Jewels, and I was like, all right,
Yeah. Run.
You had to get that Stan Lee cameo in there.
Yeah.
I hope they do Stan Lee cameos, like, in all the movies. Even after he's gone, they can, like,
digitally do it.
They can. And
yeah.
They should. He should be in every Marvel movie forever.
Yeah. In one way or another. I had something else, but it's gone.
Well, you guys rate it.
Who wants to go first? You want to go first, Trevor? You want me to go?
I'll do it.
Y'all want to draw sticks?
Paper, rock, scissors.
This movie has just enough good to make you feel like it was worth watching. And I give it a half.
Half star for trash.
What you got?
I mean, I feel
like it deserves a star.
Well, I'm giving it a half star as well because I'm giving it a half. I'm giving a full star to the second half of the movie, which gives it a half star. Yeah. You know, it gives it a half star. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because that second half was great. I do wish they had more, but I'm glad it made as much money as it did because I'm interested in seeing
it will
a sequel.
get a sequel, and I'm glad that Woody Harrelson's playing in it. Like,
nose breathing.
Glad
and
they
all,
let us know that. You know, he was like, "God damn it, Russ."
That cheap ass wig though.
I know
it
it's
did
so
look
great.
really bad.
I love it.
Look like Pepper Potts or something back there. Like,
you look like what was?
No, you know what I was waiting for him to do?
Raggedy Ann. I was like, "Is that Carrot Top?"
No, is that fucking Sideshow Bob?
Oh my god, he finally broke out.
Bart Simpson.
I wanted you guys to go first because I didn't want to be the only person to give this movie a half star. I was like, I hope I'm not the only one. I give it a half star. I can't give it a full star just because their back and forth was good.
Yeah.
That final fight was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It lost me towards the end, man. I was just like, damn, like, this is it?
Yeah.
After all this shit? And then that other Venom was fucking mean looking. What was his name?
Right.
That motherfucker was mean, dude.
Yeah,
he had like shit growing out of him. Yeah.
Yeah. He looked cool.
But yeah, I didn't want to be the only one to give it a half star, but it is. It's a 1.5 star film.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll probably revisit it one day, but it probably won't be anytime soon unless I'm around somebody that's like, let's watch fucking, and I'll be like, all right, let's
you gotta hear these Venom jokes. Like,
it's one of those that would have to be like when I go back to it, it'd have to be in the context of like watching a whole series.
Yeah. Yeah, just to get that first one out of the way. It's like that. It's like the pre-jerk. You know what I'm saying? Do you know about the pre-jerk?
Yeah.
You get the first one out of the way, so you're good to go on the big game. You know. I mean,
so we had to go ahead and get the backstory out of the way. They didn't want to go all in on the bad guy yet. You know, they were like, let's give him the backstory and throw him a bone.
Yeah.
Let him see that Venom's funny. Venom might do some stand-up or something. I mean, he's funny. Like,
I'd go see him.
A chickie walks into a bar, you know, like.
And then I bite its head off.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Why is nobody clapping? Clap! You know, like that. Like,
I would have been okay with if they would have opened the movie where he already had symbiote and he just do a quick
with it.
Well, it's like
it would have been great if they had done that because it would have been more of a Spider-Man reference when she said, "I know you ran out of New York."
Yeah, right.
You know, it would be just stuff that there's your MCU reference. Let's move on with the movie.
Yeah. Well, it would have been cool to see like him talking about the events that happened leading up to this, but the whole time Venom is like condescending and it didn't happen that way. You know what I mean? That's not how it happened. Tell it how it happened. You know what I mean? Like giving him
We were going to eat Parker. We were going to eat Parker.
I told you could only eat bad guys, you know. But that'd have been kind of cool, but that's not what we got. So
and he walked in and he's pointing a gun. He went, "Bad guy." He went, "Yep." I was
Go
like,
time.
"Oh shit!"
He chimped out for a second.
Yeah.
So
that one just handled it like Eddie.
Yeah.
You okay?
Eddie.
What we got was Venom.
He's like, I got a parasite. A parasite.
Yeah.
Take it back. Yeah.
What we got was Eminem.
Yeah. Ring, ring, ring.
Oh man.
Talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I saw something a minute ago on a website. I didn't click on it, but I just saw the headline. That's all I had to see.
You busted out criminal out of nowhere.
I went right with it. That new Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Went through continuous rewrites while filming.
Yeah.
While filming, they were rewriting the movie.
That's not
over
good.
and over. Yeah. What it's telling me is that the studio got a hold of the dailies.
It's so
the studio
stupid,
got a hold of the dailies, and they were like,
Yeah.
You're gonna have damn. So just like the last Joker fucking appearance.
Yeah. Studio's fucking it up.
Yeah. So everybody wants.
It must really not be a laughing matter with them, man.
No, not at
You're
all.
on a roll, ain't you?
I got plenty of cheese, man.
I saw also where there's
you got jokes.
A story that said that the Joker movie may not be what everybody thinks it's going to be.
May not be a Joker movie at all.
Yeah, which harkens back to my theory that it's
the one where he's the actor.
Yeah. So
that'd be kind of cool.
I would like that more. I think it's going to be a disaster either way. I love Joaquin
What if the
Phoenix.
reason they were rewriting is because they heard our podcast?
Oh my God.
And then they decided to. So you start hearing interviews, and he's like, well, I was listening to this podcast, and we're like,
that guy made a really clever pun a few times, and God.
Build a website.
If they did that, we wouldn't get shouted out, though, at all.
No, they'd just be like, we heard, you only get shouted out if you're Kevin Smith and they hear it on the podcast.
Yeah, right.
Like Thor.
Did y'all see the news about Hugh Jackman?
No.
He was on the set of Endgame.
I heard that. We talked about that.
There's supposedly been confirmation that he will appear.
He's on set.
He will appear in the movie.
Yeah.
They don't know. They haven't come out and said that it's Wolverine, but they've hinted around that that it's Wolverine.
Who else is he gonna play?
I know.
He's gonna do the Greatest Showman. He's gonna come out singing.
No, he's gonna do Les Mis. Yeah. That's gonna be the opening to the movie.
He's gonna go on tour pretty soon. You guys know this?
For the Greatest Showman.
He's gonna do Les Mis and the Greatest Showman songs and like a whole tour that he's put together. He's gonna do the whole U.S., go all the way around the world.
It's more money for him.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Anyway.
But yeah,
he's going from popping claws.
We mentioned that though. We were talking about it a few weeks ago, and I had seen where people were like, "He's on set."
Yeah.
They had pictures of him standing around. He was just wearing his normal clothes, but he was there.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one reason why his ass would be there, dude. Like, he gonna be in this fucking movie, or they're trolling real fucking hard. Like,
I mean, I could see him trolling us that hard, but I kind of have a feeling,
he's gonna be in the movie. What if he's the one that kicks Thanos' ass?
Oh my God, that would be a fucking one hell of a fucking twist,
I'd like to see Scorpion do it. He'd be like, "Get over here!"
Oh my God.
Stay over there.
Yes. That would be the best fucking skit ever, dude. A scorpion that's all about his personal space.
Yeah.
Stay over there.
Stay over there. He hits you with that thing and it pushes you back some. Instead of bringing you in, it pushes you back.
10 feet, please.
Did you guys see that Tom Hiddleston is the favorite for the next Bond? Like, everybody wants Tom Hiddleston to play it. I don't see him taking that on.
No, but he might. He's got that swagger.
Depends on how much money.
I could see
That
him.
Bond money's big money.
Yeah, I could see him doing it though. I still want fucking Idris Elba, like for real.
I think he'd be good.
Yeah, I think he'd be great.
You know who'd be a good Bond?
Who?
Get him a language coach, Steven Dorff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got some swagger.
Just let
He's
Nose
really
Breather do
good.
it.
Yeah. He don't speak. He just breathes the whole movie.
They're like, "How did you like train for this?" And he's like, "You remember that guy that was in Breaking Bad?" It's like, yeah, we remember.
remember.
You remember Breaking Bad? I remember. You remember? You remember Lost? I remember.
Death Islands.
So they're supposedly filming Zombieland 2 right.
Did you see the title of the movie? What's the movie gonna be called? They've come up with the title.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Double Tap.
Oh, okay.
They're implying that the official title will be Zombieland Double Tap. Apparently they're doing a 10-year challenge with it, where they're getting the cast back together, and they've already done it. They got the cast back together and did a 10 years. That little girl grew up. Jesus Christ.
What she look like now?
Hold on.
Creepy.
Well, it's 10 years later. She was like 12.
I don't want to hear little girl and ever.
No, I didn't mean it like that. That's the picture, though. I mean, Woody Harrelson looks the same. Jesse Eisenberg looks kind of the same.
Just a little weirder, a little richer.
A little weirder. It's coming to theaters October. So
I love the first one.
yeah, I thought it was great. She grew up though, didn't she? Look at her.
Let me see.
Click on.
Holy shit!
See?
They're not wearing the same clothes though.
I mean,
Woody
that's all they have
Harrelson's got
on.
a fucking Django hat on now. He's wearing like a real hat.
Yeah.
Dude, look, Jesse Eisenberg does look a little weirder. Look at him.
I know.
He does. Look at him. He's a little weirder.
Yeah.
Damn, 10 years ago, man.
Weird, right? So
why'd they wait so fucking long?
It doesn't make any sense. Like that movie made money.
Everybody
right?
wanted a movie
10
every
years
year.
Ago?
Yeah. I mean, and they had a little thing at the end. I guess they had it. It's like, no, it's got to be good.
Well, you remember a few shitty movies called, Now You See Me? That happened.
And it had both of those guys in it. Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, the budget for the first movie was $23 million. What do you think it grossed worldwide?
400 million.
Worldwide? Yeah.
I'd say 350.
I'm going to say 400. I saw it 3 times in the theater. I went with people to watch it.
It grossed 102.
Okay, that's why.
I mean, it made its money back. Well, but it made $60 million over budget, so.
But still, it still made its money.
I think it's one of those rare cases where it did well at the box office, but it still became like a cult phenomenon on video because people still talk about that movie on the reg. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Tallahassee,
baby.
Let's see, The Rider. Is the new one gonna have the same director? Nope.
Sitting at home with cable guy. Get it?
Is it the same writers?
People.
I think so.
Same writers. Oh, he did Deadpool.
Oh,
The same
really?
guy. He did the Deadpool movies. Yeah, I just clicked on him. Let's see here. What else has he got?
That's cool.
Ooh, G.I. Joe Retaliation. Ooh.
Ooh.
The Joe Schmo Show. Life.
Yeah. Life was okay.
I'm done.
He's working on Zombieland 2. They're filming it right now. An untitled Pirates of the Caribbean project. Another one. Another one. And Clue. He's working on the Clue movie. They're gonna fuck that Clue movie up.
Yeah. If it doesn't have fucking Dr. Frankenfurter in it, I don't want
Got
it.
Ryan Reynolds in it.
Stop making board game movies.
Hello, handyman.
How do you do
I'm not doing an impression of him. I'm doing an impression of what's his name?
Dr. Frankenfurter.
No, what's his name? I'm doing an impression of Ralph Garman doing an impression. Like,
yeah.
it's kind of like when I do Bill Clinton. I don't do Bill Clinton. I do the Bill Clinton from Family Guy. Hey, Peter. Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Let's eat that pig, Peter. Let's cook it and eat it. Finally.
I know, right?
It'll be good.
Yeah. So apparently, Gone with the Wind's coming back to theaters for its 80th anniversary. I can't wait. Can't wait to go see that shit.
The only movie with an intermission.
Yeah, right. It's on 3 fucking VHS tapes.
Yeah. It's like, well, how'd you get that knot on your head? Fight with my wife. She threw the Gone with the Wind box set at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a shitty way to die?
Yeah.
Like you're at Heaven's Gate and they're like, so how did you die again? It's like, well,
I hit with a Gone with the Wind tape.
Yeah.
It's a big tape.
No, you just scratch your head and go Gone with the Wind, and they're like, look, man, metaphors are cool and all, but really, how'd you die? Like,
yeah.
Have y'all seen these?
Huh?
Have y'all seen these videos where it's this black guy that's acting like he's blind in Walmart and shit? He just starts shadow boxing, punching the air around people. It's so fucking funny, man. He just starts fucking throwing fucking fists. They start freaking out. I'm sorry.
I am excited for this. I need you to drop that so we can. I'd like to see that after the pod, but I am excited to say that finally they've started shooting Jay and Silent Bob's reboot.
Oh yeah, thank God.
Now, when Kevin Smith dies, he won't lay there and think Yoga Hose was the last thing I made. Like he said, that's what he was thinking. He was like, when he was sitting there, he thought he was about to die. He was like, "Oh fuck, Yoga Hose was the last thing that I made."
Do you think that that Jay and Bob's gonna make him put him in the 3 Comma Club?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, that shit lives on. The DVD sales have done. He shines in DVD sales.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, like his movies are always better to people later on. Like remember when Mallrats came out, didn't do well?
Yeah.
Then like 10 years later, everybody was like, "It's my favorite movie."
It's ahead of their time, you know.
Yeah,
the world
wasn't ready
wasn't
for it.
No.
The culture had to catch up to Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because they're filming it. There's some BTS online.
Oh really?
And I saw a thing with Kevin Smith. So, they didn't greenlight Hollyweed. Have you guys seen the pilot to Hollyweed?
I
on
have,
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's got fucking Ashy Larry in it.
Yeah, Darnell. Rollins.
Yeah, so they didn't greenlight it, and he's been helping him write it. Like they write it together.
Right.
They didn't give it the green light, but there's this website where you can go on there and like pay like $1.99, up to like $5.99. Like you can pay on each episode, and that'll help them make it. It's not crowdfunding somehow. I mean, it is, but it's not. Like
Yeah, I've seen
you're
that.
like you're gonna pre-purchase the episodes, and once they hit a certain number, they'll go in and shoot 6 episodes.
Yeah.
I want to see Moose Jaws.
Oh my God, for real, right?
I mean, when we were in the room with him at his Q&A, and he started talking about he read us a scene from Moose Jaws.
Yeah.
Like the funniest shit ever.
Yeah. And it's gonna have fucking Harley from fucking Epic Mealtime in it.
Yeah.
As the lead. He's fucking hilarious.
Maybe he can make enough off of Jay and Bob to do Moose Jaws.
I hope so.
I hope he doesn't do this movie, and then he's like, okay, I'm going out on a high note. You know?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what a Jay and Bob movie's like when it's actually written by a stoner. Because,
yeah,
the old one, he wasn't even smoking weed when he.
I think it's
the
going to be
original.
great.
It's going to be funny.
I'm going to the movies and watching it for sure.
Well, he's playing on the whole reboot thing, so it's going to be exactly the same. It's like they're rebooting Blunt Man and Chronic, and it's like the same movie again. Like they got to go to Hollywood and stop it.
Yeah, that's going to be. I wonder if Affleck will make an appearance.
He who shall not be named.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
That'd be cool if he did.
He could probably be like, man, I almost died.
Yeah, please.
This won't be when Jesus comes back.
Making fucking Gone Girl.
Yeah.
Or what if they just poke complete fun at that? They're like, what was his name? McNeil, something like that.
Yeah.
Banky Edwards.
No, that was Jason Lee. Holden McNeil.
That's it.
Yeah, like it's like we gotta go talk to Holden McNeil, and they're like, we don't really need him this time around.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, that would be fucking intense, right?
Yeah. It's like, damn, you killed him off.
Yeah, Jesus.
But they said that, I mean, it's just packed full of stars.
I can't wait.
I mean, a shitload of people. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
And then, all these people that he's made friends with since the original, like doing the podcast. And wonder if they'll put a fat suit on him. How are we going to explain the weight loss?
It would be funny if they do a scene where they're trying to ambush the set,
Yeah.
And the director's fucking J.J. Abrams.
Oh
my God.
That could actually happen.
It can happen.
Yeah.
He's like, we love this fucking monkey. Do something.
Do something.
Yeah.
God, shit, I'm ready for it.
So Travis was telling me that this fucking Halloween movie's fucking epic.
We gotta watch it.
It's good.
I want to go back and watch
this
1
and
and 2
Danny
before
McBride
I watch
Halloween.
Yeah.
I want more of it, definitely.
Is it faithful as fuck?
Yeah, but dude, the way I can't believe the movie was shot the way it was. You'll know what I mean. There's just really good shots in the film. One of them is a long shot of Michael stalking, going on a spree for a second there,
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just it's a good movie, dude. I don't want to. I've already upped it so much that I don't want to do it any further, and you guys be like, man, it wasn't that good.
Be like, come on, man.
I'll put it this way, I was pleasantly surprised from the cult. By the time it hits the title card, I was like, okay,
I'm
in
down
it for the long haul. Yeah, you have my attention.
Well, the last couple of Halloween movies were very, very not good. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so I'm glad they're doing a good one.
You're right
I
here, dude.
mean,
I'll go ahead.
well, I mean, one of the big things throughout the movie is that Lori, they they took a left turn with her. Like instead of her still being in fear of Michael, she is, but like this bitch goes full prepper, dude. Like it's crazy. Like she's waiting on his ass.
She's like, instead of doomsday prepping, she's Halloween prepping.
Yeah, she's like no, like she preps against
She's
Michael
ready for
Myers.
him.
Yeah,
So instead of
and I mean,
him
and I
hunting
mean,
her, she's hunting him.
well, I mean, dude, like he still goes through the ringer through the movie, man. Like she gets a few one ups on him, you know.
When I
Hell
heard
But
that
yeah.
like
Danny
he's still,
McBride was
but I mean,
writing it, I'm
he's still
already in.
Michael fucking Myers though. Here's the thing, for me personally, because like the trailer shows you that he's in a psych ward, so there's obviously like a moment where, you know, he ain't back to his shit yet. The way he murders people before he suits the fuck up, I think is more brutal than the fucking knife kills.
Damn.
Like we're talking like mandibles like completely displaced off the fucking head. Like he fucks them up, dude.
Fucking right. Mike Myers.
But yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
baby.
dude. Saw like of all of the rebooted horror icons that's come out, this probably been the strongest one,
Fucking Danny
hands down.
McBride co-wrote it. It's crazy. He had a vision.
John Carpenter worked on the score, so I mean, it's got that feel of the original for sure.
Everyone should go online and check out photos from the set of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The film drops July 26th this year.
Can't wait.
It's just a few months away, fellas. The set, the photos from the set look great. It's
I
gonna be
can't
awesome.
wait. Yeah, they look fucking good. I'm so excited. Well, it's about that time for me, fellers.
Yeah,
Yeah, not far behind you, Griff.
we're gonna mosey on out of here.
We're
What are we
going to
watching next
skedaddle.
week? Are we gonna do True Detective and Vice?
Yeah.
Is
I guess
Vice
so.
its own thing? I mean, is it? You've already watched it, right, Griffin?
Yeah.
I started it earlier. You know, it was starting kind of slow.
Yeah.
I mean, can you give us a pre? Can you what's up?
I liked it. It's a lot of information to take in at one time.
It looks long.
It's like 2 hours long. It's not like it's right at 2 hours
Well,
long.
does it deserve its own pod?
Yeah, because it's a lot of information.
Okay.
I might actually watch it again. That's how much information that they throw at you.
I started
'Cause
watching it earlier, and I really couldn't pay attention, and I could tell I was like, I need to pay attention. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's a lot of shit, and it follows him like from him starting out all the way up until like
yeah, I saw him like
present day.
drinking and partying, like
Yeah.
getting lit,
It's
listening to
and
Post Malone. Like,
this Goat Malone.
yeah,
The stuff that he was able to do under as the vice president was just insane. Like when you get to that part of the movie, it's so fucking crazy. I don't know. It's a lot to you know.
So next week we'll do the new episode of True Detective and Vice, the
Hell
Dick
yeah.
Cheney story, the Richard Cheney story.
Yeah.
I think his name's Dick. I'm gonna leave
I
y'all
want
on
to give
this.
an honor.
I'm gonna leave y'all on this note. Patty Jenkins calls Wonder Woman 1984 mind blowing.
I'll be the judge of that.
All right, guys. We'll be
Can I
back
do an
next
honorable
week.
mention?
Sure.
Uh, revisiting some stuff I never really paid much attention to when I was a lot younger. Started watching Oz.
Watching it for the first time again?
Yeah. If you haven't watched it,
I always heard it was good.
Give that pilot a go.
The pilot pulls you in.
Yeah, man. Now, granted, it's dated, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's I heard it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, just watch it. Like, I don't want to give anything into it. Like, just go in blind like I have.
All right, y'all started a few days ago. How many episodes you watched already? Like, have you watched the whole first season? Like, were y'all binging?
Well, they're hour-long episodes, so I'm probably like, I'm still like, I think I might have finished the first disc.
Damn. Hell yeah.
All right, guys, keep it real. Checks in the mail.